learning more about some of the lovely stories of friendship and kindness to come out of the big event in Barrow on Saturday in memory of the hairy biker Dave Myers.
This is the moment the Marshall's bikes are in, revving for the crowd. A big Barrow welcome is happening. I think on the lead bike we have Liliana and Cy King, and there they are.
Go on, Barrow and Furness!
What a welcome from Barrow and Furness.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's absolutely lovely. Some of the wonderful atmosphere from Dave Day. It's been such a joy to follow the progress of the event, from that initial idea to actually everyone coming together to make it happen on Saturday. And there's no doubt that a large part of that success was down to the way local people embraced it, even opening up their homes and gardens to provide accommodation for some of the tens of thousands of bikers who'd ridden great distances to get there. One of those generous Barrow folk is Nick Armstrong, who, along with his wife Suzanne, made room for 7 tents and 10 people to camp in their garden on Roos Road. And I'm delighted to say Nick joins us now to reflect on their Dave Day hospitality. Hello, Nick. Morning. Can you paint me a picture then? What was the scene in your front and indeed your back garden on Saturday night into Sunday morning?
Hi, good morning, Mike. In the front, it was mainly motorcycles, all parked along the drive. In the back garden, like you said, there was about 7 or 8 tents. We weren't here to see them arrive, so we left sort of instructions on how to get in and what to do and where to go. And then we bumped into them all after the event, when we came home at the end of the day and the next morning. It was fantastic.
I bet it was. What prompted you to offer your hospitality in this way, to literally open up your gardens?
In all fairness, I have to say it was my wife. She's a very, very, very lovely woman who cares about lots of things and lots of people. And when she saw the Dave's Day, she became interested in it. She talked to me about opening up our garden to allow some campers in, because obviously people were starting to struggle and hotels were filling up and other people had suggested it. So she mentioned it to me and I said, yeah, let's go for it.
So in terms of welcoming people, where did they come from, in the people who spent the night in your garden?
Well, they came from all over, really. We had about 10 people came, and they came from Southend-on-Sea, Cambridge, Peterborough, Wolverhampton, Bolton, Nuneaton. They travelled from all different parts of the UK, really.
They literally were from everywhere, weren't they? How did you spend Dave Day? If you were opening up your home to all of these lovely folk from right across the UK, how did you spend Dave Day?
We spent it we arranged with a group of friends who we socialise with from Dalton. We arranged to meet on the trains and go to Ulverston, where we parked ourselves on the roadside with camp chairs and, dare I say, bags full of refreshments, liquid refreshments, and we watched the first hour and a half of the cavalcade come through. Then we jumped on the train, went back to Barrow, hung around the town for a little while, and then into the Raiders for the concert.
I mean, the whole thing has been such a testament to the strength of community spirit in Barrow. I mean, you would expect a wonderful community spirit in Barrow anyway, but bearing in mind what we actually witnessed, how surprised were you by the spirit of the folk in the town?
Surprised? I wasn't really. Very humbled, very appreciative of everybody's activities, the way everything was planned, the way everybody welcomed everybody. Surprised? No, like I said, it's not the first instance of Furness and Cumbria's welcoming and just being nice people to outside people. It's fantastic over here. I love it.
So the folk who stayed with you, did you get 5-star reviews on TripAdvisor?
Yeah, not TripAdvisor, but we had many, many, many messages of thanks and gratitude and hope to see you next year and all of that. I think we've made a few good pals out of it, so hopefully it'll carry on regardless, you know.
I was going to say, if it does become, because there is this idea being mooted of Dave Day being an annual event, if it does become an annual event, will you open up your gardens again?
Absolutely. And what we learned this time was we could fit more in. So I think it'll be a larger group if it happens again next year.
Good on you, Nick, for what you and your wife have done. It sounds terrific, and it sounds like you enjoyed the day as much as everyone else, which is fabulous. Thanks for coming on, Nick. Nick Armstrong, who with his wife Suzanne hosted 10 Dave Day campers in their garden in Barrow on Saturday night.